Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and today I have a brand new Football Manager 2015 series for you guys. But before I get into it, just want to give a shout out to Wolfie, another Football Manager YouTuber, makes regular content. He's doing the thumbnails for this series, so go check him out. Of course, channel will be in the description to go check him out, his link. So yeah, check him out, subscribe, all that good stuff. But now, getting into this series, as you'll be able to tell so far by the title and thumbnail, that it is going to be an improving Australian football series, starting with Melbourne Victory, of course, the team I support. If you've been subscribed to me like since last year, FM14, I actually did this as well, but I didn't go as far as I wanted to. I actually started it at a similar time, if I'm honest. It's a series I like to do. It's a fun one for me personally. That's probably going to be different to other series. Like, I've done big ones like Manchester United, and AC Milan now is coming along nicely with you guys, doing that really regularly, and that's what I'm trying to focus on now. I really want to focus on YouTube really daily. Well, I usually do, but more uploads per day now. I really want to try and do that up until FIFA 16 and, yeah, push that consistency. But I will do this series up until FIFA 16. I don't know how far I'll get with it and if I will achieve my goal of actually improving Australian football. But either way, it's one that passes the time quickly for me. Yeah, passes the days quick, and I enjoy playing it, and obviously would be recording as well. But yeah, I really like this kind of save. And yeah, like I said, we'll pass the time quickly. And also, compared to other series, it's more knowledgeable for me. Of course, I know about big teams. I do Man United, AC Milan. But this is more, you guys won't know a lot about the A-League. Most of you guys, anyway, that are outside of Australia. And I don't even know, I might have a hand to play in this as well. Like, it won't be major. I'm not saying it's major at all. It may be a little bit of effect. Like, I have a lot of subscribers from outside of Australia. Maybe I might get some people actually interested in the A-League and watch it on TV if it's televised wherever you live. I know it is in a few countries, but yeah, have the interest in the A-League increase. I probably have a small part to play in that, really. I could, if I really wanted to do a series like this to get some people from other countries interested in the A-League, Australian football. So yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if that would be a fact. But yeah, you'll be able to learn more from this, opposed to, yeah, people like trying to tell me what to do all the time. Like, I feel this series I'll enjoy more because you guys are going to get more from it. That's kind of why I started YouTube more than anything, to teach you guys stuff. But also, I did want to say, these kind of series haven't been too popular in the past. My popular series have been like big teams, unique series with like lower teams and everything like this, like lower league management didn't get enough support, or didn't get as much support like a big team like AC Milan would in my series. So I hope this does kick off and could be a regular fixture on my channel. But we shall move into it now, as we'll go to find out all the information, personal messages. I don't really check these out really too much, but just for the sake of doing it, I will read it to you. Melbourne Victory FC. Melbourne Victory FC. It's usually these teams, they're just called Melbourne Victory, and we play Adelaide United, just Adelaide United. There's not really, you don't say FC at the end of it. You're just used to saying Melbourne Victory. So anyway, the chairman, Anthony Di Pietro, has welcomed you to Melbourne Rectangular Stadium, assuring you that you can rely on the full backing of the club's board. In terms of your contract with the club, you have been given a deal until May. You know all that, 1 year contract. Oh, director of football, of course, Trimmers. That's it, Paul Trimboli's nickname. What is his? His duty. He's the director of football. I don't mind that. Yeah, he's decent. Well, if you look at him, he's probably crap. But he played for Australia as well. Scored 14 goals. Was an alright player. Where did he play in his day? He played for South Melbourne. Oh, and that's another thing. Why I haven't done this earlier is because there's logos. The logos somewhere don't work. So you can see the FFA Cup as well. That actually starts tonight in Australia as well, depending when I upload this. I may upload it before, actually after it started. But anyway, Hyundai A-League. See how the logo's not there? You click on it. It's not there, Hyundai A-League regular season, because there's final series as well. But when you click on the league table, the logo is there, because I have all the logos downloaded. It's just because there's regular season then a final series, but when you check it here, it has the logo. But yeah, I don't think you guys think that's a huge issue, but I think it's a problem with Football Manager, not me personally, because I have logos basically for every other competition in Football Manager. It's just, yeah, because the regular season stuff is, and the FA Cup, or the FFA Cup, sorry, that's going to be a tongue twister for me, an extra F in there. But yeah, the FFA Cup is basically the Australian version of the FA Cup in England, so that's what kind of cup it is. There's some teams, obviously, in the A-League, and then other teams that are not in the A-League. You look at our game, we're actually playing Adelaide United first, like another A-League team, before any friendlies as well. And you see we did have extra games, but this was like 2 months before. It's like, yeah, you have Asian Champions League qualifying, but that was, yeah, look, 5 months before this point right now. So it's like, yeah, we didn't have time to play that. So yes, actually our first game before the friendlies is going to be Adelaide United. So we're gonna have to play that. That's gonna be in the next episode. That'll be probably the first game. So no real time to get prepared. So you see how hard it is for, yeah, Champions League, got knocked out, Asian Champions League, but it's good for me to start a new kind of foundation. I guess you can say. You can see, yeah, past winners of the Asian Champions League would be good. But the latest one, Western Sydney Wanderers won in 2014. They're not there for whatever reason, because it's not updated. But anyway, yeah, it would be good to get. That's what I want. Asian Champions League, that will increase reputation as well. But yeah, again, I skip meetings. I never really attend them. Was there anything else? Yeah, nothing. I generally don't like reading them, because I did them in the first few saves I did, and it's just repetitive, you know. And yes, this is definitely more important. If you're outside of Australia and you never managed in the A-League in Football Manager, you'll have no idea. This is it's similar to the MLS. You know how MLS has a lot of rules? It's like that in a way, but it's a bit easier than the MLS before knowing how the MLS works, you know. So here we go. What's the rules? It says, the first part is just the first general introduction sentence. But yeah, players on marquee contracts are exempt from the salary cap. So there's salary cap as well. It says the board will determine whether a player is deemed to be of a sufficient quality to warrant marquee designation. So you can't just give it to anyone. A player has to be good enough to actually give them a marquee role. Clubs have a maximum of 2 marquee slots available to them. So there's Australian one as well. So there's Australian marquee, and then there's like an international marquee, which you can have 5 international players in your squad registered. If a player is under the age of 23 and holds citizenship, they qualify for a junior marquee. But again, it's the same thing from memory. They have to be good enough to apply from that. And the combined junior marquee wages up to a maximum of $1,600 per week are exempt from the salary cap. For teams based in New Zealand, so basically Wellington Phoenix, it says these rules also apply to players of New Zealander nationality and or citizenship, as well as Australians. So that is clubs can, the guest, yes, of course, the guest player. Clubs can also sign 1 guest player per season that can play for up to 10 consecutive matches in a regular season. I don't like doing that because it's not like a for sure player, so I'm not even sure if I would do that. These players can play in the finals too, provided they have played at least 4 matches in the regular season. So maybe towards the end of the season, so they come in the final series like a star player. Who knows if we could do that. And if they are still at the club when the regular season over. So, yeah, guest players are exempt from the salary cap and don't need to be registered in the A-League squad. So that's the thing. They don't have to be registered. You can get them at any time for 10 matches. So that's the thing as well. They don't need to be registered. So they could be, a foreign player as well and not count as like marquee or anything like that and go down as one of the 5 foreigners. So we'll see how that works out. It says, as per the marquee players, the board will be determined whether a player is deemed to be sufficient quality to warrant a guest player contract. So yeah, they have to be kind of a big player available. And also I did that. I loaded basically all players from Europe and South America because it's regular that South American players like Brazilian, Argentina, those kind of players come along. And we'll leave all this like item subscribed to available. So I won't get into any games or anything in this episode. I want to introduce it, everything like that. You can see our wage budget, transfer budget isn't anything too amazing. Usually you'd get players on free transfers like you would And yeah, I got it. Like, I'll go through the players and you'll see what's the quality. But if I'm honest, the quality of these teams are probably the quality of League One or League Two teams in England. Not quite Championship, I would say. So yeah, so you can have a judgment on the players if they're good enough for the team or not. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, because of that, we can't even adjust it. That's because of the salary cap and all kind of stuff. We can't even adjust the wage budget to put more there. So, yeah, we don't have a huge amount available because that's the team. We're not going to make a huge amount of changes unless we actually, Jordan Brown's transfer listed. Yeah, he's pretty average. He's got a little bit of potential. He's got potential to be an okay player, really, but he's susceptible to injuries and inconsistent. So, obviously, what contract is he on? He's not even on a youth contract. I think if we don't register him, he's going to be, out. If a player is not registered in the registration here, he can't be registered, but we can't change it right now. The registration window opens on the 14th of the 8th, so obviously, we'll have to see that. Archie Thompson, a legendary player of Australian football, 54 appearances for Australia and 28 goals, even though a lot of them came in one game. It was just against an easy team for Australia when we used to be kind of not in the Asian kind of area, and we used to play against the teams like American Samoa and just would kill them. But yeah, then we got promoted to Asia where we would compete. So that's where we go. Look, the National Soccer League, that's here in the A-League. You can see there's the logo for that, but when you go here, it's not in the regular season, but it's there when you just click on league table. So I'm not sure how that works, and even if there's a fix for it, I don't know. Even Archie Thompson, after the first season in the A-League, he went on loan to PSV. That was the biggest team he ever joined, but played 2 games. They didn't really give him a chance. PSV, well done. But then he came back to Melbourne Victory, and he's been a legendary player in the A-League, really. A striker, one of the best. But he's aging now. He's 35, so he's lost what made him the best, really. Or, his best ability was his pace. So you can kind of see that with his current agility. It's still 14 for a 35-year-old in the A-League is still decent. But he's starting to lose that pace. But he's got decent mental ability. So that's something. But we'll just review the team. But we'll go back to the registration so I can show you. It's not like I can make some signings right now. I can go for that guest player, I suppose, because we don't have that right now. We can register one more player, but we already have the 5 foreigners. Also, maximum of over 20 players. So you got to have a few young guys registered. Maximum squad salary of 26.5, excluding marquees, of course. And we've got 25 right now. And maybe we can get a cheap Australian guy. I don't know. We'll have to see. And also, look at this. Is that a junior marquee? We don't even have one registered. We got a marquee and Australian marquee. And Mark Milligan, the Australian marquee. That's a great player to get. It's good. It's good for him to have that role, because he's an amazing player, national team player. Probably one of the best players, if I'm talking about this save, in Football Manager, probably one of the best players in the A-League. And you can see that from his ratings. And so we don't have any junior marquees. So maybe we could try and sign up a youngster as a junior marquee, but I don't think it would work. Like Dylan Monan, who doesn't even have a picture, which is crazy. I don't think we could offer him as a junior marquee. Yeah, we can't. In his junior age, he's 19, but he needs to be probably better. I don't know. Yeah, who else is young? Ansel? Yeah, he's 20 though. You offer him a contract, and you can't put him junior marquee as well because it's under 23 still. So they have to be, really demanding. A really good... How about Lawrence Thomas? He's the backup keeper. I would doubt he's 22 as well. So, I wouldn't... It's really hard for that just to be available. Jesse Macarunas as well. His contract, he can't even be a junior marquee. So, he's pretty cheap wages though. So, again, it's something we have to think about. But I could go for a guest player. But again, I'm not even sure. I'm pretty settled with the team. Jordan Brown though, I think... Yeah, I'm going to put him in the youth squad, but he's a registered first-team player, I think. His contract is not a youth contract. So, if we go development and move to youth squad, you can see in the youth squad, he's the only one you can see he's not youth. So, we'll see what happens there. But he is a youth player. He's not even 18 yet. Have we got anyone decent here? We'll search by potentials. There's a couple guys. Joey Katabian, I don't really know too much about these youth guys, but he's like a flair player, like a quick guy out wide. He could develop, good dribbler, first touch, that kind of play, just a general winger. But potential, what does it say? Potential to be a leading player in the league. So, but I'm not sure outside of that if he can, make up to the national team. Probably not. But again, depends how he develops. And then you got Jordan O'Doherty, who's a central midfielder, only 16. This guy's actually a talented kid. He's a very good passer, he's a creative player. He's got the first touch, passing, technique, and vision. And he's got all of them 13, which is interesting. I reckon there's a lack of scouting in the Australian leagues. They just see him like he's a young talent that's technically gifted, and they just give him all 13s for like the best, like the best attribute for a creative centre midfielder, and decisions as well. So I feel and balance, they're all 13. So I'm not sure if that looks a bit weird to you, but yeah, they just put all of that. He's a good player though, without a doubt, with potential. He could probably develop into 15s or 16s in those attributes. So he could be a player for Australia in that role, He'll be a very creative player if those 13s at least become a 15. And you think at 16 he should develop at least 2 times in those attributes. But anyway, that's pretty much it on that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll go through the first team, and just so you guys know who's in our team, maybe we could release someone who you think's not good enough, or situation. But I don't want to make too many changes in the first season. And like I said, it will be a quick first season. There's 10 teams, but everyone plays each other 3 times, and plus FFA Cup, which, I want to do well in. And, that begins tonight in Australia, actually. It probably will, the games will start before I upload this. But yeah, we'll go through our team. Nathan Coe is a good goalkeeper for this level. Like I said, try and compare it to maybe League 1, League 2 level, and that's about accurate. Nathan Coe, or even MLS, but a bit lower than MLS level, because it's hard to get players. Big players are joining MLS now. Nathan Coe, experience, he's a good goalkeeper for this level. Lawrence Thomas, he's just a backup on cheap wages. Cheap young goalkeeper with potential at the same time. It doesn't say the exact potential, but you can see there it's 3.5 stars, which is not too bad as a backup keeper. And also Scott Galloway, again, he's another one. He's 19. We offer a contract, and we can't get him as a junior marquee. We should be allowed to do that to save some wages. And that could be a problem. Left back is our problem for Melbourne Victory. That's been our weakness, or was our weakness last season, but we still managed to win the league. Because, of course, we're the best. So, but that's somewhere I'd like to improve. He's not even a natural left back, so that's our problem right now. We just got Dylan Monan, I showed you him before. He's nothing too special. Daniel Georgievski, though, he's quality. He can play right back and left back. I'd prefer to play him at right back, of course, but may need to play left back. He actually plays for Macedonia, but he was actually born in Sydney as well, so he goes down obviously as an Australian player, not as a foreign player. But it's good to have that kind of guy who's had European experience played for Steaua Bucharest, which is pretty good. They're in the Champions League this season. So that's got a decent reputation. That's a decent reputation. He was a bit of a rotation player for them, but still, he's a great player. Unique, or not unique, versatile is probably a better word. Can play both sides, fullback. Pretty good. No preferred moves, unfortunately. But he was a good signing in real life. Performed very well this season. Of course, these are the team at the start of the season, registered. Jason Guerrier. He's a good young Australian player, 21. He's got a bit of potential in him. I think his potential should be a bit higher. He's just got potential to be a good player in the league. He's a quicker centre-back, He started as a right-back, but moulded more into a centre-back of recent times. That's why it says, get forward whenever possible in his preferred moves. But, he can develop into an okay player. Probably, it's hard to say if his rating is good. But we have a very experienced guy in Matthew Dalpierre. Definitely a quality, experienced centre-back. Never played for France, interestingly. Like, who did he play for the teams? He played for Hoffenheim. He played for Stuttgart for a really long time. Earlier days in France as well. So, I'm surprised he never played for France. Like, has had a good career, really. And a great player for the A-League for us, for this level. And also Adrian Leia. He actually moved to Fulham back in the day. He didn't play too much. Went out on loan to Norwich. But never actually played Premier League football. I remember him in his younger days for Melbourne Victory was really, really good. That's why he ended up moving. But then he came back and has been a real consistent player. He's not the best though lately. He's okay, but he's not the best defender in the league or anything. And he can come in, play fullback on both sides if needed, but he is a centre-back naturally. Nicholas Ansell is one to look out for. He's got bundles of potential, and he's just an excellent centre-back. Definitely, he is probably going to start with Delpierre. That's two really good centre-backs. Sorry, not Leia. Nicholas Ansell. Then he's got potential, probably to be a star player in the league. He's already a good player, and he's only 20, so he's going to be a great player in the future. He's strong. He hasn't got bundles of pace, but he's not slow. Just really good. He's a good passer as well, good vision. So he could probably play a ball-playing defender role if I wanted to put that in again. And it will be going, because this team does suit like a 4-2-3-1, similar way to playing as my AC Milan team, which is good at the same time. But Mark Milligan, talked about him. He could even play centre-back if needed, but more of a midfield kind of guy. He's well-rounded. He's more than just a defensive type, He can pass, and he's got other sides to his game. He's got leadership. Would like that in a midfield role. Lee Broxham, I love this guy. He's a legend for me of Melbourne Victory. He's been with us for a while, and you can see his defensive midfield. It doesn't score much, but actually, where it doesn't have the stats for it, this season in real life, the past season, he scored a few. He scored a few goals. He's a very consistent player. He's like a defensive midfield type. But that's why he had a big season. Feed the Brox and he'll score. But yes, Dylan Murnan as that left back, he's got a bit of potential. But again, a guy I don't think that will be good enough. And this is what I mean about the talents coming through. I'm showing you all these talents. Apart from Ansell, there's no one really high potential. This is what this series is about, so you know. So I'll be going to each team, just quickly show you the not board confidence, sorry, where am I? Go to club. Facilities. We've only got average youth recruitment. Of course, we've got amazing training facilities, good youth facilities as well. But it's more about improving the development that way. And where are we? We'll go back. We'll go back now. Dylan Murnan, where's his potential at? Again, it doesn't say how good he's going to be, but he's probably just going to be a good player in this league. He's not going to be a world beater or anything. He might develop into an okay fullback, but we definitely need better players at left back. We maybe need to make a signing there. Not really sure. Rashid Mahazi, he's, again, a backup type in defensive midfield. He's actually not that amazing defensively. So, might be a problem there. Might be someone I need to let go. But he's got a contract till, the end of the season. So, again, can you release on free? But, yes, this is what happened. Their players still count to the salary cap, to the tune of their release fee. So, does that mean 25k? So, that will still be impacted to the salary cap. So, I probably can't... his wages will still be on the salary cap, so I probably can't do that anyway. So, bit of an issue. But again, that's with... after this season, I'll be able to manage it better, you know what I mean? Because I'll have more control over the wages. I can let go of players we don't need. But he is a legendary player again this season. What a signing he was in real life. Ben Kalafala. How do you say his name? He's got a long name. Ben Kavala. Fahid Ben Kafala. He's a superstar, scores a lot of goals, only finishing of 10, but was a super player for us this season. And just as a guide, players that Melbourne Victory have produced, just two players. First off comes to mind Mitch Langerak, who has moved a while back now to Dortmund, but he played games for Melbourne Victory, showed his quality, and in real life he's played, obviously he's not the number one, but he has played games for Dortmund, so that's a big team, big European team, but a German team. And also probably most notable is Robbie Cruz, and again, in German football, play at Leverkusen. He's a first-team player, probably more of a first team than Langerak. You see, he played 30 games for Dusseldorf, and then he moved to Leverkusen, and he's been a good player. He's been a very good player. So he's made it. He's made it, really. He's played 29 times for Australia. Again, that's not updated because this is earlier in the year from 2014. But he was produced. Well, technically, he was produced by Brisbane Roar. I actually liked him, but then he went off the rails. He was kind of partying and stuff when he was 18, 19, but that's normal, you know. But when you're a footballer and you do that kind of stuff, it's just blown up in the news for whatever reason. So, because you got to be like a role model type, but it's not any different from what normal 18, 19, 20-year-olds are doing anyway. I think it's a bit of an overreaction. But anyway, Melbourne Victory, like I said, overreaction. Then Melbourne Victory gave him a chance, and then he did really well. First season was, people were a bit judgmental. Only scored 5 goals in 20. Not terrible for a winger, though. But the next season stepped up and scored 11 in 19, and he really showed his quality. And again, Rojas, there's bundles of players here. There's not just a few. Okay, Marco Rojas. There's a lot of them. Because obviously I loaded the South American leagues. But actually he's from New Zealand, but I believe one of his parents is he's Chilean. So if any of you guys from Chile, you might like him. He's, again, a dribbling type. He's at this team called Ton. Fucking Ton. He moved to Stuttgart and they didn't even hardly play him. So, he's on loan right now. He might be a player I would look to bring back. He's a very tricky player. Again, all of these players I'm showing, like him and Cruz, when they were in the same team together, it would have been a great partnership. But the first season, he didn't really get on. He didn't score a goal. But then out of nowhere, he scored 15. That's so, crazy to look at, He's a confidence player, though. Like, all these seasons, played for Wellington, because obviously from New Zealand. Then obviously Victory signed him, scored no goals, but then scored 15. Crazy. And that's why he obviously earned a move. He's still got some decent attributes, so may want to get him back. But usually free transfers is what you look at this level. But anyway, just going back now, just to show you, kind of some players, just a few players we have developed. And Carl Valeri, who I did like as a signing, really. He's a good defensive midfield. And he's on, big wages for not like a marquee player or anything. So he could be Australian marquee. I'm sure that will be in his option if I do that. Okay, it's not, because we already have one. So again, there's obviously things preventing you in this kind of league. But Carl Valeri, his heading is 19. He's amazing in the air. It's pretty weird to look at, like a smaller guy. He's like Timmy Cahill kind of level. Good in the air, scoring from corners. Maybe that could be an impact for us. But he's a first-team player. He's midfielder for this level, experienced national team. Good player. He's good tackling. But he's only got 10 marking. So he's not absolutely amazing defensively. Not got the strength as well, really. He's just a good midfielder for this level. Then Gui Finkler. Guilherme, he is a great player. He'll be a creative midfielder for us. Brazilian, of course, or he's a foreign player. And he did well in actually the Continental game, the Asian Champions League. But unfortunately, as a team, not good enough for that. But he's got that 17 first touch. So that's a really, really high attribute to have. Then a few of those 14s and 15s. He's definitely a good player. Can play a lot of areas in attack, which is good. Connor Payne, he's another youngster. Play one game for Australia to this time anyway. He's really quick. 16 acceleration, 15 pace. So quick player for this level. Plays on the left side, but he's probably more of a winger than an inside forward. So that will be interesting to see what position or what role we play for him. Because again, he's very weak on the right. So cutting in might be a weakness. Might have to play with wingers instead of inside forwards. But you look at other nationalities, he's a bit interesting. He's Northern Irish. Maybe leave a comment if you're from Northern Ireland. And he's one parent's from Northern Ireland, the other parent's from Hong Kong. So that's a bit of a good mixture, I suppose, or unique mixture more than anything. So Archie Thompson, he's a striker naturally, but with a guy like Besart Berisha coming through, he can come off the bench as a striker or sometimes playing out wide. Because of his pace, but he's kind of losing that now. So he's a veteran striker. I still want to give him games, but of course, for doing the best, Berisha is amazing for us. Costa Barbarouses, again, another New Zealand type. He was kind of a replacement for Rojas I showed you before. He was from New Zealand. He moved to Greece, like Panathinaikos, but didn't really break through there. Had a good season for Brisbane Roar when they won the title. Scored 12 goals for a winger, pretty good. Moved to Melbourne Victory, and he's been a good player for us. Like, he's really quick, 16 pace, and he's got some of those nice technicals, the crossing, the dribbling. So, and he's right-footed, and he's a pretty good crosser as well. So, you might look to play with wingers instead of inside forwards, because was going to play inside forwards, but analysing the team more, change that. Andre Nabu, he had a really impact the first season he played, but then in the last couple of seasons he hasn't really come on, especially last season. He had a great debut. He scored on his debut back in the day, well, a couple of seasons ago. He's got 17 determination, He's an impact player off the bench, if anything. He's a good finisher, but he doesn't have much about him. Like, he's not really quick or anything. He's pretty strong. That's good. He's strong. He can finish. He works hard. Like, he's determined. He's definitely a determined player to do well. I can always tell that from the interviews he has and everything like that. Most definitely. And he's still got the potential in him because of the impact he made in like the first season he played, like coming off the bench as a talent. He's got potential to be a star. So he's still got potential in him. So hopefully, young Andrew Nabu can come through and do well for us. Hesi Macarunas. He's an interesting one. He's got okay potential. He's attacking midfielder. He can be okay. He's not a superstar, but he's got potential to be a star. Again, he's a guy that's had talent, a technically gifted player. He's a bit quick. He's not like so pacey like some other guys, but he's a central player. He's more technical, like the dribbling, first touch, technique. He's really good at that. But the key player who's going to decide the success for us this season, more or less, is Besart Berisha. He has been in A-League for a few seasons. He dominated for Brisbane Roar. He actually signed for Burnley back in the day, but anyone remember? Any Burnley fans out there? What happened with him? He didn't play at all in 2 seasons. Then went back to Rosenborg, but he was never a huge goal scorer outside of the A-League. But then he suddenly came to the A-League, is in the second Bundesliga, and he scored 21 goals in his first season. So second season wasn't as successful, but that first season he made an impact. He's still been one of the best strikers in the A-League at his time at Brisbane. And of course, this season or last season in real life, he had a good season for us, Melbourne Victory, scored important goals and helped us, of course, win the title. And he's he's a hard-working striker, but also he can get pretty mad. He can get red cards sometimes as well. You could probably see that in his aggression. Hopefully, I'm surprised it doesn't have argues with officials in the preferred moves. But anyway, he's a good striker. Again, only scored 1 goal for his country, so he has that about him. But he's in the A-League. He's a clinical finisher, and you can probably see that in his finishing, 15. And he's got also work rate. That's going to be shown. I'll show you tactic we're going to use now. Might as well put the inside forwards as wingers, like I said, and we'll put them on attack. And hopefully, they can make an impact for us. So it is another 4-2-3-1. I may change roles to suit the players like I did just there. But that'll be going into the next episode. Is Berisha advanced forward? Of course, his primary duty is to score goals, even create as well. But mainly to be finishing. The only reason I didn't choose a poacher is one of the better roles, but I went with advanced forward because the second part of his game and the second part of the role as well. The secondary role is to chase down misplaced through balls or clearances from deep, win possession, and lay off passes. So, that's what he is good at. He's like harassing the defenders. That's what he's good at, putting pressure. He really works hard in that way, and that's reflected in his attribute as well. Work rate 14, but his teamwork is low. Usually those two are kind of similar, but because that work rate is high because of, he tries and wins the ball back. He puts pressure on the defense and makes them clear the ball. So they can't play short passes, or when they do, they're under pressure. He's a hard worker. That's what he is. He's a hard worker and a good finisher. He's a good striker. The best in the A-League without a doubt, especially considering his age as well. There's a couple older guys like Archie Thompson, even Shane Smelts as well, but they're a bit older. Besart Berisha is 28. He could be, next couple seasons, he can still play at his best before he gets over 30. So that's what we'll be looking for him. So, that is basically it for this series. Again, I'll probably have more to explain it. In short, it is self-explanatory. Improving Australian football. What I will look to do is, at Melbourne Victory starting, look to do well, succeed, win the league, of course, get back in Asian Champions League. We should be registered. We're registered for the next season anyway, for Asian Champions League. It's a bit weird how that works, like, because they won. I'll explain it. You'll learn it through the series anyway. But we'll be looking to go in Asian Champions League. Won't be easy to win it because all those like Chinese teams and stuff, they have a lot of money and they can get even. You know how Drogba moved to a Chinese team a year or so ago, that kind of, before he went back to Chelsea, that kind of stuff. So they're not going to be easy to beat, but you got to be a good manager. And look how many away games, like all the friendlies are away, and even the FFA Cup, which I will play in the next episode against Adelaide United. It's an interesting one. We're not playing against any other. You're actually playing against an A-League team in the FFA Cup. So just so you know, the FFA Cup, it's not just the teams in the A-League. It's all these other teams. Look, there's Uni Queensland, everything like that, and there's also an update. There's also something else. FA, is it this? I'm trying to find it. Yeah, here we go. FFA Centre of Excellence. That it used to be called, well, it still kind of is, the Australian Institute of Sport, and this is kind of the best where youth players get created. There actually decent regions come from here. There's extensive youth recruitment. So in short, this is what I want to do. This is simple. This is how it's simple. I want every team in the A-League, maybe apart from Wellington, because they'll be New Zealand, so they probably won't produce Australian players. I want every team to get to extensive youth recruitment. So I'd have to manage each one, but yeah, we're just going to see how that pans out. So yeah, it says AIS there, so just to not be confused. And FFA, if you want to know what that stands for, is Football Federation Australia. So it's close to FA Cup, like the English competition. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to get all the teams in the A-League, and once I get to that stage, but yeah, I don't just want to improve their facilities and leave. Try and succeed. It will be crazy to try and win the Asian Champions League with every A-League team. That would be amazing. Again, apart from Wellington, every Australian team in the A-League. So all the 9 teams. And then, of course, at the same time, you get the more finances. Then you can fund that into the youth recruitment and have it all extensive. And then at some point during then, when I deserve it, of course, get the Australian national team job, and I can help. Obviously, I still want to be managing a probably A-League team at the same time. So yeah, it can still be interesting enough. We're playing a lot of there's not like breaks, because when you're just managing a national team, there's not much else you do. But yes, hopefully you enjoy the kind of theory of this series. Like, I play this save every year, but I haven't yet because for whatever reason that those logos really bugged me, but now I don't care for whatever reason. So that's a bit weird that I'm enjoying doing it now and I don't really care about that now. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.